Hey loves, in this video, we are going to talk about how Team Natural tricked everybody into treating their natural hair like hair extensions, and that's why everybody has a massive breakage. Let's talk about it. Before we get started, make sure you go ahead and subscribe here to my channel and then click on that bell notification so you're notified every time I post another video. Now, this video is 6 years old, you guys. I am not making these videos to show off silk presses, but to give you guys a visual representation of the science that I teach you guys on my channel on a regular basis. So let's break it down right now. I am taking her hair from alpha keratin to beta keratin. Alpha keratin is your hair in its natural state, whenever it's wet, unstretched, anything. And beta keratin is the new form that it is set in until it's wet again. Well, there are three bonds that are holding your hair together. The bond that I'm dealing with right now, when I'm taking the hair from alpha to beta, is the hydrogen bond. And the hydrogen bond is the temporary bond that is broken by water. So your hair is weakest when it is wet. And blow drying your hair isn't the only way. You can do roller sets, flexi rod sets, and all types of things. But the main reason that I want to make a video like this is this comment right here. Oh my God, I love it. Reading on these naturally curly sites and listening to YouTubers peddle the same BS over and over again really got some of these people out here thinking that they are some type of bootleg expert. None of the clickbait crap was ever factual. How are you going to argue with science? Humble yourself and learn. Be teachable. So that's why we're in here today. The video that I did yesterday, link in the description box below, showed how the V parting happens, and this is a visual representation. Most of you guys think that this is the way to wrap your hair up with the top knot buns and with wrapping the ends. This causes massive breakage, right? It's something that I've dealt with for years. But this is number one, detangling the hair wet. What you are seeing right here is not normal. Having this much hair coming out of the brush is not normal. This is way more than 55 to 100 strands. That's thousands of strands. Remember, your hair shaft is microscopic. This much hair out of a brush is not normal. Look at my round brush. Look at my round brush. You see no hair in my round brush. I am not stopping as I go and cleaning out my round brush. Okay, this is not normal, but this is how most of you detangle your hair. You guys think that conditioner is the way that you detangle your hair, and you know where you got it from? You got it from watching professional cosmetologists. Because listen, before Team Natural started, right? Before Team Natural ever started, everybody was like really hell bent on wigs and stuff. And when Team Natural came along, everybody was like, no, I don't want to wear wigs no more. I want to wear my natural hair. And you guys keep spreading this. Like, comb your hair wet. When you wet your hair, my loves, you break the hydrogen bond. Your hair is weakest when it is wet. It is a fiber that is weakest when wet. So when you wet it, it seems like it's easier to comb, but all that's happening is your hair is being paralyzed, right? Your hair is being paralyzed, and this is where this type of breakage comes from. I dealt with it for years. I want you to watch it again. I know it looks as if it's gliding down. The reason that the brush is gliding down is because the hair is paralyzed. The hair is paralyzed and the ends are snapping and breaking. So if something is snapping and breaking off, obviously it's going to be easier to comb through. It's breaking. Again, as I'm talking, I need y'all to keep y'all eyes on my round brush. There is no hair in my round brush, but look at how much hair. This is way more than 55 to 150 strands, babe. These are thousands of strands. Hundreds of strands of hair. That is not normal. Mind you, she said this was like over a week. It's not normal. Even if you have a weave in, let's say you have a weave in for a month, you should never have that much hair. That's crazy. That is breakage, you guys. So in the last video that I did, link in the description box below, when I showed you guys that massive breakage that she had, and all of the videos, you guys, I have thousands of videos like this that they are all listed on my channel because I got to a place where I knew that I was not going to be able to help just simply from doing hair videos. But look at this. This is how you detangle weave. This is how we were detangling weave long before Team Natural came along. So look at this and look at the similarities. It is literally identical down to the ends, down to the breakage. Look at the way that this woman is detangling this wig. The same way that she is detangling this wig is the way that y'all treat y'all hair. The bagging method is a method that we would use to like strengthen a wig. So these are things that I want y'all to think about. Look at this. Think about what you just saw, right? The video that was up in the on the screen, right? Of her detangling her hair. What is the difference between what this woman is doing right now with this wig and what she was just doing with her hair? But see, we do this with a wig because a wig is not attached to a human being. So yes, we're gonna get breakage. No, you're not supposed to comb hair when it's wet, but we do it with the wig because it's not attached to a follicle, so you're not gonna get hydra fatigue. You're not as pressed about a wig breaking off as you are about natural hair, but you guys treat your natural hair the way that professional hairstylists treat wigs. Now she's drenching it with conditioner. There, please, somebody who's watching this, let me know the difference between what she's doing right now with this wig and what most naturals do with their hair. You are not supposed to drench your hair in product. You are not supposed to do that. And I'm gonna be honest, it's like a little lazy thing. Now she's putting fabric softener on it. We've been doing this for years. Mind you, the Team Natural community's been going on for like 12 years, 12 plus years. So if you are under the age of 30, this is all you know. But before that, you guys, the practices that you guys have come from professional cosmetologists or just hairstylists in general and what they do, the little tricks that they use to comb out their hair extensions, you guys. So that is what I am always trying to tell you. So if you're watching this video, this could possibly be your first time on my channel. This is not a silk press channel. It used to be, right? But it's not a silk press channel anymore. In the past, like this video is 6 years old. In the past, all I would do is just post the videos. I wouldn't talk. We would just put music over it. But I think it confused everyone because we didn't explain what we were doing, but they were tutorials, so we didn't have to. But again, in the comments, I need somebody to tell me what is the difference between the way that she just combed out the hair, like, and now she's adding a whole bunch of mousse and a whole bunch of product, and she's putting the wig on a mannequin stand to let it air dry overnight. Sometimes we will put like different putties and creams in the wig and a foam in the wig, and I would leave it under the dryer in the hair salon, and then I would leave out, and then by the morning, by the time I came back, the curls on the wig were set and ready to install on my client. And then when Team Natural came around, everybody took and it was very creative. Oh my God, it's so innovative. But everybody took all of the different things from Team Natural and they thought that they were new, innovative ideas. But in reality, the Team Natural community is built on a bunch of practices that professional cosmetologists or professional hairstylists were using on wigs. Think about it. Before Team Natural took off, it was about Team Frontal, Team Lace. Everybody's still doing lace frontals and stuff like that, but way before Team Natural was Team Lace Frontal, lace closure. You know what I mean? Like, so I really want everybody to think about this. So this woman that you've been watching in the video, right? She was one that had fell into a lot of those practices, and she was also one that couldn't find somebody to do her hair properly. Okay. She got natural cuts, you know, the type of cut where you cut your hair when it's wet, right? Because blow dryers are so bad and because heat tools are so bad, you guys. You need to kill that mentality now. There are different options. You don't have to just blow dry and flat iron your hair. That's not what you have to do. You can roller set, you can do a flexi rod set, you can do perm rods. And this is the crazy part about it. There's so many different sizes of perm rods. You can find out what your curl pattern matches. That is the only time that 4C, 4A, 4B matters because the curl topping chart is not real. It was made in the early 19, it was made in the early 90s, I'm sorry, by Oprah Winfrey's hairstylist. His name was Andre Walker. Look it up, Andre Walker. He was Oprah Winfrey's hairstylist and he had his own product line and he made up for A, for B, for C for his product line because he was Oprah Winfrey's hairstylist. So all women of all races watched the show. So he wanted to show everybody, hey, my products are for you, and you too. And if you are 3A, if you look like this picture, you get these products. And if you 4B, you get these pictures. You get these products that look like these pictures. That's what happened. It is a fact. The human hair shaft being broken down into 4A, 4B, 4C has no scientific value. No way. It is not respected in any medical book, in any medical journal. It was made up by Andre Walker, Oprah Winfrey's hairstylist, to sell his products. You do not have to take my word for it. I said it again, so you can write it down and Google it for yourself. But one of the main reasons why all of my thousands of videos are not on my channel anymore is because I have no desire to go back and forth and argue with people. I think that like the one comment that I read said because social media and the blogs have been out so long, people really think that science is well proven scientific facts are debatable. You know what I mean? Like nobody's gonna argue that everybody needs oxygen, right? Nobody's gonna argue that. Nobody's going to argue that we all bleed red. Like, nobody's going to argue that. Nobody's going to argue that we have veins going through our body that pump our blood. Nobody's going to argue that. But for whatever reason, when it comes to curly hair, women want to argue about scientific facts that have been proven. The hair is weakest when it is wet. Once the hydrogen bond is broken, the hair is no longer structurally intact. Think about it. If there are three bonds that hold the hair together, right? And when one of those bonds are broken, the hair shaft is no longer intact. And water breaks the hydrogen bond, which is one of those three bonds. How would your hair be strongest when wet? So this is the thing. We don't have this isn't the type of channel where we're like arguing about it and like going back and forth. These videos are years old, right? So before we hop into the new content that I have coming, I want to give you guys visual representations of the things that I have been saying for years. And if you're new to my channel, hey, please do me a favor and go back and watch my previous videos that don't have silk presses in them so you'll know what I'm talking about. When I was standing behind the chair, everything that I'm saying to you guys, me and my clients talked about, right? And I made them feel comfortable. That's why she's smiling and happy. Like she's like, do what you need to do. What you're looking at right now is the result of a bunch of team natural hacks and curly cuts. Naturally curly hair swells when it is wet, and naturally straight hair swells when it is dry. And you are only supposed to cut hair when it is stretched, right? So naturally straight hair is stretched when it is wet, and naturally curly hair is stretched when it is dry and stretched out to maximum capacity, which is when it is straightened. Okay, so when my clients would come to me, as you would see at the very beginning, if you rewinded, her curls were magnificent, but Once we get it straightened out, I can see the true definition of their hair shaft. Now, I am also a trichologist, so we were able to look at the hair shaft and I was able to tell her exactly what type of hair shaft disorder she had. Now, as you guys looked, I did not go and cut as much off as I needed to because she wasn't comfortable. And when I was behind the chair, I had to be okay with that. Like I had to be okay with my clients doing what they wanted to do. But the one of the main reasons that I stopped doing hair and I went back behind the scenes to come at it from a scientific level, which is the best thing that I could have ever done, right? What ended up happening, I was able to prevent people from getting here in the first place because to be honest, once women get here, it's really, really hard to pull them out. Like no matter how, it doesn't matter what I say. I've been making videos like this for over a decade. Like it's about to be 2020, whatever year it's about to be. And I've had this channel since 2009. So what I'm saying, I have been saying for over a decade, there is nothing that I can say to make anybody believe the science over the fiction that they see on social media. There's nothing that I can say, nothing that I can do. I love Taraji, but you can see now from the things that she's going through, she's going through financial trouble in her with business, like money not adding up. They not treating her right. So she started a product line because she knew that it is a lucrative business. Black women are the easiest women to make a profit off of because we refuse to follow the science. We're looking for shortcuts and hair products, but those are the things that damage your hair the most. So at this point, her silk press is done. I did the best that I could. There is still quite a bit of damage. She understands that she's gonna have to keep up with her trims because her hair is gonna keep splitting up the hair shaft because we didn't get rid of all of it. There is nothing that you can do to prevent the ends from splitting other than cutting them off because your hair is not renewable like your skin is, right? So once it cuts, once it breaks, that's it, right? You have to cut it off or it's going to keep splitting up the hair shaft. But after she came from under the dryer, when I set that bond, right, with a serum, and at this point in time, I have my own product line. But you guys, when I wash my hands of the industry, I was over everything, product line, everything. I've been thinking about bringing it back, but I don't know, probably not. Not until I feel like the industry is ready for it, right? And so that's why I go so hard making these videos. And this was a different type of, it wasn't a regular edge control. It was like, it didn't block the follicle. Let me say that. So, once I get done with this series, if I feel like the majority is more focused on the science than fad, I may, but I don't know. Her hair turned out really good, but again, I just wanted to give you guys a visual representation of what I mean by team natural practices causing so much damage. And when I was standing behind the chair, my job was to fix the end result of combing your hair or detangling your hair with detangling your hair with conditioner, all of the other practices that you guys have. So I have a couple more of these videos coming. Quite a bit, but my next couple of videos, you're going to actually see me. They're going to be talking head videos. We're going to mix things up. But again, if you're new here, please, 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 please go watch my other videos. This is not a silk press channel. This is a channel where we learn from the past so we can build new foundations for the future. Okay? I love you guys so much. Let's please, please, please talk in the comments. Okay? Bye.